nigga. Y'all sucking real ops dick. Real ops. It's not no Kai. And not the reason why I don't like Kai. You wanna know what's crazy? I'll tell y'all. The reason why I don't like Kai is because he be on my real ops dick. He knows it. They all know it. Everybody know it. My real fans know it. The algorithm of the internet don't know it. And I'll be like, yo, gang, you fuck with niggas, that's cool. But to go out your way and just be on a nigga dick and just keep hating on TJ, who's your age and you want some older niggas dick, it's kind of crazy. I'd rather you just stay out the way. So it gets me mad and get emotional. I used to never have outbursts before because there wasn't nothing as triggering
that immediately
as
grabbed attention
this
with one
that I'm
explosive
facing
claim.
now.
Kai Cenat is associating with his real enemies. Not internet beef, not Twitter drama, but actual street-level ops. TJ didn't hold back, stating flat out that Kai and his crew are sucking real ops dack. This wasn't a subtle call-out or a vague subtweet. This was direct, unfiltered, and meant to put everything on the table. According to Tajay, this isn't some secret. Kai knows who these people are. The people around them know. Tajay's real fans know. The only people who don't know are casual internet users who just follow whatever the algorithm feeds them. In Tajay's view, there's a whole layer of real-life tension happening that social media isn't showing. He's essentially saying that if you're really plugged into the culture, if you understand the streets and the actual dynamics between these people, then you know exactly what's going on. But if you're just scrolling through Twitter or TikTok, you're only getting the sanitized, algorithm-approved version of events. Here's where it gets interesting. TJ made it clear he wouldn't even care if Kai just stayed neutral. He literally said he'd be fine with Kai being cool with those people if Kai just kept it low-key. The issue isn't necessarily that Kai has relationships with people TJ has beef with. In the entertainment industry, that happens all the time. People have overlapping circles, mutual friends, complicated dynamics. TJ gets that. What he doesn't get and what really bothers him is that Kai isn't just being neutral. He's actively and publicly going after TJ. And TJ finds this especially bizarre because they're the same age. He called out how strange it is that Kai, a young successful entertainer who built his career on streaming and connecting with a young audience, is choosing to align himself with older guys who happen to be TJ's enemies. It's not just about picking sides. It's about the fact that Kai is supposedly siding with an older generation against someone in his own peer group. TJ's point is basically, why aren't you in your own lane with people your own age, instead of meat-riding older dudes who have nothing to do with you? The whole situation has pushed TJ to an emotional breaking point. He admitted something revealing. He never used to have public outbursts. People who followed his career know that TJ generally keeps things relatively cool in public. He drops his music, does his shows, posts on social media, but he's not typically the guy going on rants or getting into messy public feuds. But this specific situation triggers him in ways nothing else has. And there's a reason for that. TJ explained he's never had media training. He's never worked with PR professionals who teach celebrities how to handle controversy, how to respond to trolls, how to navigate public beef without making things worse. His entire career has been about dropping music and staying in his lane. He's an artist who came up organically, built his fan base through his music, and didn't go through the traditional industry machinery that would have prepared him for this kind of attention. So when he suddenly finds himself at the center of internet trolling in what he calls a coordinated hate train, he doesn't have the tools that other celebrities might have to handle it.
Think about what that means. Celebrities like Taylor Swift, or Drake, or even someone like Cardi B, have teams of people managing their public image, coaching them on what to say and what not to say, running interference when things get heated. TJ is out here essentially raw-dogging the entire experience with no safety net. And he's frustrated because he feels like he's being judged for having emotional reactions to sustained harassment when he was never given the training to handle it any other way.
Joji painted a picture of what he's experiencing. Constant trolling, waves of negativity, comment sections flooded with hate. People who've never experienced that kind of pile-on, according to him, can't understand what it does to someone psychologically. He's essentially saying that while fans see a tough rapper, someone who grew up in the streets and made it out, they don't see someone dealing with sustained online harassment that feels orchestrated. They don't see the toll it takes to wake up every day and see thousands of people you've never met attacking you, misrepresenting you, spreading narratives about you that aren't true. Then TJ dropped what might be the real tea. He suggested the entire beef might trace back to relationship drama. He point-blank asked if Kai is mad about his girl. He questioned whether Kai wants to be on some HBTL energy, which suggests there might be romantic or relationship complications behind everything. He even suggested that both Kai and another person named Ray might both be upset about relationship situations involving women. This is where things get really messy, because if what TJ is suggesting is true, then this whole public feud, all the trolling, all the hate, all the energy being spent on social media might actually be rooted in something as old as time, romantic jealousy. The question hung in the air, is this whole public feud actually about a girl? Is all of this drama, the blocking, the callouts, the association with ops, really just about relationship issues that got amplified by social media and turned into something bigger? JJ didn't stop there. He called out Kai for blocking him on social media, repeatedly asking, "Why you may block me, gang?" He wanted answers. The blocking clearly bothered him because it suggested there was something specific, something personal that caused Kai to cut off communication entirely. If they have real beef, TJ wanted to know if it connects to the relationship drama he was hinting at. He accused Kai of being on his ops side while pretending TJ is the problem, asking why Kai would use his massive platform and algorithmic reach to fuel hatred against him. This is an important point about modern celebrity beef. Kai Cenat has millions of followers. His streams reach huge audiences. When he talks about someone, even subtly, his fans pick up on it and run with it. TJ is suggesting that Kai is weaponizing his platform, using his influence to turn his audience against TJ, creating what TJ calls a hate train. And from TJ's perspective, that's not fair fighting. That's using your algorithmic power to overwhelm someone who doesn't have the same reach or the same ability to control narratives. He brought up Ray again, addressing the fact that Ray called him an op. TJ's response was blunt. Ray called him an op because Ray and others actually want to be ops, but are too scared to fully commit to that energy. He called the whole dynamic weird multiple times, emphasizing that he doesn't even know Ray personally, so the animosity makes no sense. How can someone you've never met, someone you have no history with, have this much energy towards you? It doesn't add up unless there are other factors at play. Then TJ made a pointed observation about race and power. He said if Ray were a little black kid, Ray would probably think twice about how he uses his words. TJ clarified he doesn't believe in discriminating based on anything, but
I might sip lean a little now and then. Actually, less than you. Fucking racist nigga. I look like I take perks because I'm black, right? I know. He told me.
I bet.
I sent him a voice note about how I feel like your culture votes. He told me he's not watching that. He's watching the election. And that I need to stop taking perks. That's what he think about niggas. He just grind his way to the top using that little face card he got. And use niggas. That niggas better stay woke. Niggas use everybody. They only fuck with the top-notch niggas because they using niggas.
What?
Culture vulture. Stop looking at Yak like he's a weirdo. No, sometimes that's how rappers act. In our society...
Huh? Nigga, I wasn't looking at Yak like he was a weirdo, nigga. I was genuinely confused, nigga. What the fuck?
he was clearly suggesting
That's
there's
how
a
we
racial
act, that's how we
dynamic
get.
at play in how
That's
Ray
how we
feels
act?
comfortable speaking about him. The implication was that Ray feels emboldened to say certain things because of racial privilege, because there are different consequences and different social dynamics depending on who's saying what about whom. This touches on something real in the entertainment industry. The way people talk about black artists, the way they feel comfortable disrespecting them or creating narratives about them, often has racial undertones that don't get acknowledged. CJ was putting that subtext into text, making it explicit that he sees a racial element in how he's being treated and discussed. Just when the video seemed to be all confrontation and callouts, everything shifted dramatically. The scene cut to Atlanta. TJ found himself in the middle of a park. Someone named Gigi told him to put on a blindfold. TJ's confusion was genuine, asking what the hell did I come to? You could hear in his voice that he had no idea what was happening, that whatever was about to go down was a complete surprise. When the blindfold came off, TJ discovered an elaborate surprise setup. There was good mac and cheese, the kind of comfort food that hits different when you're going through it. Quality food everywhere. Speakers playing fire music, real candles creating ambiance, not fake electric ones, but actual flames giving the whole scene a warm, intimate vibe. The whole scene was designed to celebrate him, to show him love, to remind him that despite all the internet drama and the beef and the hate trains, there are...
Wait, little DJ said about me. and Ray going off ignition. He going based off what he see. You got a Brazilian nigga and you got a Taiwanese nigga, bro. Come on, bro. Stop the violence, bro.
People in his life who genuinely care about him. His reaction shifted from the anger and frustration of the previous rant to genuine surprise and appreciation. The jarring contrast between the two parts of the video created an unintentional but powerful narrative. In the first half, TJ was a young artist grappling with public feuds, algorithmic hate trains, relationship drama, and complex personal dynamics that most people will never experience. In the second half, he was just a guy being surprised by friends who wanted to show him love, who wanted to create a moment of joy and peace in the middle of all the chaos. It raised questions the video didn't answer. Was the surprise party meant to lift his spirits after everything he'd been going through? Were the people who set it up aware of the rant he'd just recorded? Aware of the emotional space he was in? Or was this just coincidental timing? A planned celebration that happened to occur right after he'd poured out all his frustrations. The video left viewers with a snapshot of the duality of modern celebrity, publicly feuding with other famous people, navigating internet hate and trolling, while privately trying to maintain genuine human connections in moments of joy that have nothing to do with views or algorithms or beef.